they don't have diversity. Like those three guys, they all score, but they can't say, well, you know what, I'm not getting shots, I'm gonna play defense, I'm gonna rebound, things like that. They just take their turns, they kind of just go in one at a time. You take some shots, you take some shots, you take some shots. You can't play like that.
Before we start this video, I want to briefly shout out my sponsor, SeatGeek. Real quick. SeatGeek is an app that gathers all the best deals from the web, putting them in one spot, making your job easy as can be. They rate these deals on a scale of 1 to 100 to let you know how good or bad the deal is. And using my promo code Swishout will knock off $20 off of your first purchase. So I'll drop that link in the description. And you guys better use this app if you want to see your favorite NFL, NBA, whatever players live. I know I am. Okay, so right now, the Oklahoma City Thunder, they're 7-8. And I don't want none of y'all to overreact because they are good. I mean, it's pretty clear to me that they're just having some chemistry problems, and it still seems weird seeing Melo out of a Knicks jersey after he was a Knick from like 2010 to 2017. I'm still surprised this dude, Paul George, chose OKC. It's just chemistry right now. Charles Barkley, who's like, to me, one of the most arrogantly dumb, analysts on television, he even said OKC sucks. And real quick on Barkley, this dude is amazingly entertaining. I mean, he's funny as hell. I mean, he always has me laughing with TNT with Shaq. But I really believe this dude when he says he doesn't watch the games. He said the Wizards and the Raptors were better than the Celtics by far with a straight face. And the Celtics, they just won 14 straight, and they even beat the Raptors. So, I mean, I don't know if this dude really watched the games or if he just tries to be funny or whatever, because he is funny as hell. But that dude be saying some dumb stuff, bro. He be saying some dumb stuff. And I like Barkley, but that dude, he crazy sometimes, man. But like I said, he even said OKC sucks. Now, with their coach, Billy Donovan, me personally, I like what he's doing with the team. Like, I like what he's doing with the rotation. Like, he'll have Russell Westbrook play 5 minutes with the bench because their bench isn't that strong. He will have Melo play 5 minutes with the bench, Paul George, just to keep him active, because if you let that bench in too long, they're going to start to stink it up. And for Billy Donovan, to be honest, I feel sorry for him, because if it doesn't work, they're going to play the blame game, and they always blame the coach. They always do it. Kevin Durant was pointing fingers on him at Twitter saying Billy Donovan, whatever. Eric Spoelstra, when LeBron first got to Miami with Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh, he was on the hot seat for a brief minute because it just wasn't working, so they needed someone to point the finger at. They did it with Mark Jackson. They did it with David Block. They're going to point their finger at him, eventually. It's inevitable, but I like what he's doing. Before you ever blame a coach, you always have to look at what they're coaching and who they're coaching and how they actually have to do it. Like, Russell Westbrook went from, shooting 24 shots per game last season, 24 shots per game. Last year, it was literally just, they should have named it OKC Russ and the Boys. Not the OKC Thunder, OKC Russ and the Boys, because that's basically what it was. It was like, give the ball to Russell and get the hell out the way, let him do something with it. And for Carmelo, I mean, come on now. I mean, people even call this man ISO Melo. ISO Melo, that's what he does. He did it at Syracuse. He did that at New York. Denver, when he played with Allen Iverson, you couldn't expect this dude to change. He's an isolation player. When he gets the ball, it's like, give me the ball and let me do my do. Like, get out my way, let me do what I do best. That's what he does. He's a scorer. And Paul George, to a lesser extent, he's kind of the same. Like, last year, he had the duty on taking on Indiana by himself with Miles Turner. He took the big shots. He was the clear dominant player. He was the alpha. He was the leader. And now he has to come in and blend with two other alphas. So Billy Donovan has a tough task. And if you don't believe me, I'm not a big stat guy, but I always get about 1 or 2 stats that prove what I'm talking about. The Oklahoma City Thunder, they've been in 8 games decided by 8 points or less. 8 games. In those 8 games that were decided by 8 points or less, they're 0-8. They're 0-8. This basically means down the wire of those tough stretch games, like, they don't have any chemistry. Like, they don't know who to give it to. It's just a bunch of talent on the floor, and they don't know how to work cohesively together, and that's why they're struggling. You can even see Russell Westbrook passing a little bit too much to make everyone happy. He's trying to make sure everyone gets their shots, and I like that, but to a certain extent, it's kind of messing up because there's no chemistry, and Russell Westbrook has to be Russell Westbrook. Right now, they don't have any leader. Any team that you ever watch win a championship, they always had a clear leader. Even Golden State last season, they're like the most unified team of all time. Like, they are always getting everyone involved, always making the right pass, stuff like that. But they still had that guy. Like, Kevin Durant was the guy that was making the big shots, and he was the 7-foot animal that was killing LeBron in the finals because he was their leader. They followed Kevin Durant last season. So with this three-headed monster, even though I love it and all that stuff, they have to get Russell Westbrook to be that clear leader no matter what anyone says. You know he's going to get crucified for it because everyone always says he's selfish or whatever. But come on, man. Russell Westbrook's a beast. Anybody that watched Russell Westbrook, this dude can take over games when he wants to. I mean, he led the Oklahoma City Thunder last season to 47 wins, and his team wasn't even that great, so he can do it. So that's what they have to do, man. They have to claim Russell Westbrook as their dominant leader. This doesn't mean he has to take all the shots, because I know people want to get that misconstrued and think that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying that. I'm saying they have to lead, or they have to follow Russell Westbrook, those two other stars, because that's the way they're going to get it done. All things considered, man, OKC, they're fine. They're so talented, man. They have so much talent on that team. I swear they do. Oh, Steven Adams is a beast. Carmelo's still a star. Paul George is a star. Russell Westbrook, MVP. They have talent, man. They just have to get it done and do it like a unit, man. Like, don't, not individually, like a unit. If you guys like this video, like the videos, get in my comments, y'all. Get in my comments and tell me how they can fix it. And if I'm stupid, roast me in the comments. Let me know. I don't work for ESPN. This is just my opinion. If you like this video, like the video. Follow all of my social media sites. Do all that great stuff. And until next time, guys, stay tuned.